You're watching ABC 36 on your side, News at Noon, with Doug and Lisa High.
Hey, welcome into High Noon. Well, Kathleen Hudson is a Kentucky artist who teaches oil painting workshops throughout the nation. Most recently in Carmel by the Sea, California. That sounds lovely.
I know, it really does. She books a Kentucky workshop every year, and she will be teaching at Artist Attic in downtown Lexington next week. There's even a spot left if you still want to sign up. What do you think, Doug?
I'm all in. She also teaches an outdoor workshop at Cumberland Falls near Corbin next summer. So
That's right.
A lot of options here. Good to have you with us.
Nice, thank you. Thanks for being here with us today. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here.
So how did you get started painting, first and foremost?
I started painting in Betty Plymell's class in downtown Lexington. So I started in oil at age 12. Both grandmothers painted. And
oh, wow.
So
it's
I
in the
got
DNA.
an early start.
Yes, it is.
I did.
That's awesome. And you've got quite a setup here for us today, too, right?
I do. So I paint outside on location oftentimes.
Yeah.
And so this is something I can take with me pretty much anywhere. I've gotten to hike up mountains
wow.
with this.
Yeah.
And so it goes anywhere with me.
I was going to say the tripod seems very sturdy. And it would have to be for...
It's very stable.
to keep the wind from knocking you over, right?
For sure.
And you are landscapes.
Yes, I paint landscapes, and I paint outside on location because there's so much about the light and the atmosphere that you can see with your eye that you cannot capture with a camera.
Boy, that's
and
true.
Things
that's
change.
True.
Yeah, it's great to be able to observe it firsthand.
I love that. And you have took a picture this morning, is that right? And
this was a picture from about a year ago. But yes, you can work from photos, and if you've painted outside on location, then you can use a photo and remember where the photo falls short.
Yeah.
And so I use a combination of what I know and what I see in my photo reference to create a painting in the studio.
Awesome.
And why do you love teaching workshops so much? Why is it so valuable?
It's wonderful because it reminds me of the basics, how to approach each painting. And it also, I love unlocking some of these, oil painting secrets for students because I think a lot of people have the perception that painting is really difficult and they go into a museum or a gallery and it just seems inaccessible. But once you learn the process, it's something that anybody can do. It's not this magic skill.
That's very
You're going to show us some of these
yes, I'll do
right?
a quick sky sketch so that you all can see. You can paint a small piece really quickly on location, and that's great to get color notes. And so that's what I do oftentimes when I'm painting outside.
Well, we'll keep chatting with you while you fire up the sky here.
Yes.
And, that is very encouraging to hear because I think it is intimidating for folks. We've taken a stab at it here and there, and we're like, well, no, that's nothing that's going to be hanging in the National Gallery.
For sure, and not everything I paint is. That is also the case.
But that's not really the goal, is it? It's about expression, and it's about entertainment and fun and enjoyment.
It is, and it's about appreciating the beauty that we find around ourselves. When you're outside and just going through the motions, then it's easy to forget that we are surrounded by beauty.
We really are.
So you've taken some colors here. You've got elements of the sunrise. You've got a little red, a little orange, and you're starting to blend here. So tell us a little bit about your process.
Yes, so when I'm painting a sunrise or sunset, I try to start with some of the lighter colors first because then I can progressively make things darker.
Okay.
If I started with some of the darker colors first, I might not end up with a light enough light for the sun. And anytime you have the sun in a painting, that's going to be the lightest light.
Do you take all skill levels at these workshops? Because, I mean, the last time I've had art was, my senior year in high school? I mean, honestly.
For some of us, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I do, because even a painting that you see in a museum is about mastery of the basics.
Yeah.
Whether that's the value design, like the composition.
Yes.
And then mixing color, and then deciding on brush strokes, on edges, texture, some of these basic elements. And those are something that you can, you start learning them when you're a beginner. But every painting is really about mastery of those basics. So I think about the same thing when I'm painting.
What's jumping out at me here is that, we're dealing with a one-dimensional canvas, right? But you're thinking in 3 dimensions because you've got that sunrise coming up with the clouds in front of it and all the different colors. And that brings out. And I imagine, you know, with Carmel by the Sea and other landscapes, you've caught maybe some interesting marine layer type colors coming off the water and things. So it's so fascinating how you're able to blend all that together on a one-dimensional board here.
For sure. And that's the central challenge of painting, because you're always translating 3 dimensions of the landscape into a single, you know, the 2 dimensions of a canvas. And it can be a challenge. I mean, there are times when it feels like more of a struggle, but that's what makes it fun. If I knew I was going to nail absolutely every painting, then it would really cease to be interesting in some ways.
Well, it looks absolutely relaxing for you. Like, you are completely in your element. So anyone who's interested in attending your workshops, what is the best place for people to find you?
You can go to my website, so that's KathleenBHudson.com.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about there's a workshop next week at Artist Attic, so that's downtown Lexington. And then I'm also teaching at Cumberland Falls next summer. So I timed it so that it's during when it's full moon. So the moonbow will be out.
Oh, beautiful.
And so we have the only moonbow in the Western Hemisphere, where you can go at about 10:30 p.m. after sunset and, you know, a couple hours after moonrise.
What an opportunity for you and your students.
For sure.
So we want to invite folks to go to your website, learn more about those classes, and dive in. Don't be intimidated.
That's right.
Kathleen, thanks so much
for
spending
being
some
here.
time
Absolutely.
with us.
Well, it was wonderful to be here.
And look what you've done in just a short period of time
it's
here.
beautiful.
Love it. We're back with more after this. Stick around.